Hello, I am Pam and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Today is Friday, April 8th, 2022. Hashtag Friday Sews. So talking about Friday Sews, well, it's kind of talking about what we've sewn this week, what we plan to sew, and a little bit about life. Well, so let's talk about life first. So my kids are home on spring break. Yeah. All week. They go back next week. I'm so excited. And I have gotten a little bit of sewing done, not a whole lot. Now I was working on the Simplicity 8843, and some of you may have seen a little like poll that I put out, which I couldn't really figure out how to actually make it like an actual poll where it gave you the options. And I was like, I'm still trying to figure all that out. But I had put whether I should use gold snaps, silver snaps, or black snaps. Trying to see if I could remember where I put them, and they're like down in the bottom drawer down there. But for the little snaps that go on the pockets, like the little pockets there, with the jacket. Alright. So I'm using this color of fabric. It's like a gray, like sage green type fabric. It's a twill. And believe you me, the coat that I made, oh my goodness, it looks so good. I can't wait to show you all. But that's just gonna have to wait. And the lining fabric, so this coat does not call for a lining. Well, it's an anorak. It does not call for a lining. But both me and Angela, we are putting linings in our coats. Because they're going to be coats. They're not just going to be jackets. They're going to be coats. So the lining I put in mine is this solid gray cozy fleece fabric. It's one I got from a thrift store. And this fabric, I don't remember where I got it, but I'm pretty sure I have had it forever because it was on the bottom of my cabinet that I have fabric in. And I'm pretty sure it'd been sitting there a while. I'm pretty sure I got it. Don't laugh at me. It's like 20 years ago. So it like kind of started my obsession, I guess. So 20 years ago, I guess it was like over 21 years ago because my son is 21, and it was about like this time that year when I was pregnant with him. I think I was heading to the bus or something because I'd just gotten off work. I was working at Denny's because I was a waitress, and I had just gotten off work, and I was walking down the street, and there was this little thrift shop off to the side that was only like maybe a block away from work. And I walk in and I see all these boxes of fabric, and I'm looking through them, and I asked the guy, and he's like, hey, if you take all of this fabric, I'll give it all to you for 20 bucks. I'm like, really? He's like, yes, please take it all. He's like, and I'll only do that if you take it all. Well, you know, there was a lot of good pieces in that, in those boxes. I couldn't tell you how many boxes there was. There was quite a few. I like kind of like took over half of the room in my son's bedroom at that time. Well, he wasn't even born yet, but we had his nursery set up, his like bedroom set up for when we were gonna bring him home and when I had him. And so I put these boxes along the wall in his bedroom. But yeah, I think this might have been one of those many pieces of fabric. So it is quite old, but I love it, especially for what I used it for. Yeah. So, you know, and putting those together really went well. So my poll was asking what snaps I should use for the pocket pieces of this fabric for the pockets. And then I was like, I don't know why I was asking, because so my little pull tie thing, let me find another piece. I just used a piece for another item. Oh, right here. So, see right there, it calls for the little cording. And it's like cording, twill tape. Well, I have the cording, the twill tape cording. So right here, and it's black. Well, you also have these little cord pull stopper things that are on the sides there. Like, she has white ones there, she has gold ones there. Well, the ones I have are black. So I was like, well, maybe I should just use the black snaps, because the other pieces are black that are next to it. So I don't know yet. I still don't have the snaps on yet. But the coat, you know, I am just impressed with myself. One. So, I love the way it turned out. And it is just, it's gonna keep me warm. Because I did add some little, this is like a little insulation stuff. Here's a little insulation that I've added. So my little 5-year-old, he plays, well, even my 9-year-old, he's almost 10. Like next month, he's gonna be 10. That's crazy. All right, well, I got a game for him called Draw Stickman Epic 2. And so I downloaded it on my phone because I want to kind of see what the hype was about and what they were doing and stuff, just so I was familiar with the game. And they are so good. I was like, what the heck? How are they so good? How did they pass those? And so my son comes down and he's like, Mom, I want to get you past level 5. I'm like, I don't even think I'm past level 2 yet. And he wants to get me past level 5. Alright. Well. So I'm just letting them play. Yeah. So I'm letting them play. Oh, it's great. But yeah, so I am just anxiously excited and waiting to show you this fabulous jacket. Now, I am making another one. Now, this other one I am making is going to be a sew along. So I'm working on it little by little. And so I do a little bit each day. I don't know if I did any yesterday. I was going to, and then I didn't. I did other stuff. Alright. So I think last week I told you all that I started a job. Well, I'm kind of self-employed. So I started doing DoorDash. Yeah. You know what? I absolutely love it. But, you know, when you think about it and the self-employed part of it, it's kind of scary because, you know, it does open up a whole different realm in that tax world. Me and my husband claim taxes together. And so, just that section of it all. So I was like, well, we'll see how it goes. I like it so far. You know, so far it's paying pretty good. So yesterday, I spent some of my time like writing down information. So I tried writing it all in this little book. They have this little like composition book. And I tried writing information down in it. And then I was like, you know what? That's just not cutting it. I couldn't get behind like this. It wasn't working for me. Well, it was probably like, I don't know how long ago. It was a couple years ago, maybe. Or I know it wasn't last year. Well, it might have been 2021. Like in January or February of 2021. I had seen this little holiday budget planner. Yeah, it's not the holidays. But it has these fabulous little pages. It says, have yourself a stress-free little Christmas. Well, so I write like little information in it. So it has a whole bunch of little pages that say week of, and then it has the dates like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so on those days, I write the day of the week, and I put like the week of, you know, the pay period. So for this week, you know, week of April 4th through April 10th, and I write the little dates, and then I write my deliveries and how much I made that day, and then I break it down and put like how much of that total were tips. And I like it. You know, I've only been doing it for like maybe, I guess 2 weeks now, almost. So I've done one full week, a weekend, and then this week. Now this week, I haven't made quite as much as I did last week, but that is because I've only been doing it after my husband gets home from work. So I've been doing like 3.5 hours, 4 hours, 3.5 hour days, which averaged me, you know, in the 70s. So like maybe an average of $75 a day for those 4 days, which isn't bad, you know. I don't think it's bad anyways. But so I've just been keeping it in this little book. And then my husband's like, well, you can always do it on like the Google Sheets. I can set it up for you and you can start inputting it in there. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So I can keep it in both places. And so yesterday I actually wrote down the mileage I started out at and then wrote down the mileage I ended at. because I should be keeping track of my miles. Now, last Friday, I kept track of my miles. But I haven't really been doing a very good job. But, yes. That is my little job that I have been doing. It gets me out of the house, you know, gives me something different to do. And I love it. It is amazing. It's not for everybody, I know. But for me, it just kind of fits. Alright. So that is life. That is like stuff that I've been working on. I'll give you a little preview of the sew along one I am doing. Yeah, I'm not going to show you the one that I made in collaboration with Angela just yet. But I will give you a sneak peek of the one that I am working on at the moment. So this is the hood. Isn't that fabulous? Kind of makes me wish I would have cut it out to a larger size. It makes me want to go to the other Walmarts in the area. Like I have one in Layton. Well, yeah, I have one in Layton because I live in Utah. So I have one out in the Layton area, and I have one in the North Ogden area, and I have one in Riverdale. But the Riverdale one, that's where I got this one from, and so I don't think they would have another one of these. If I had seen two of this one, I would have gotten both of them. But I absolutely love it. I love it. But I am making an extra small. So as I was working on it, I have the lining pieces all sewn together for this. So here is the lining pieces, and then I actually remembered to put on a little hanging thing, because when you go to hang up your coat, you kind of want a little hanging thing. I didn't put that on my other coat, and I'm just like, dang it, why not? And it's too late to put it on now because I'm already like sewn it all together. So the other coat doesn't have this little hanging thing, but it does have the hood to hang it up with. But so I have the hood sewn, and it has the little insulation pieces and everything. I still have to top stitch this seam down, which I will be doing. So I need to top stitch that. I have all these other pieces top stitched, and I'm using purple thread, which looks fabulous. And with this, you can see the purple thread. It looks absolutely fabulous. I love it. And then I have my pocket pieces ready to go on. I love this fabric. So as I mentioned, I'm doing an extra small, which if I put it on, it like barely reaches the center, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way that is going to fit me. No way. It would like squeeze me in. I would be like a sardine. But I was thinking, I have a niece. She lives in Chicago, and she kind of takes after me. She loves the eccentric, the things that don't match. You know, like these don't match. Not at all. You know, and you know, just the eccentric, different things like that. I totally random stuff, you know. Like I gave her the Pokemon jacket I made last year. So when she had come down to visit, I gave her the Pokemon jacket because she loves Pokemon. And you know, I was like, yay, she likes it. So that was exciting. But I was thinking, so I don't know if my kids would wear this or not. You know, I would think it would be awesome if one of them did want to wear it, but they may not. So, my niece, I just realized that, like, pockets are a little bit not quite the same size. Oh well. So, I think of my niece, she's like me and loves the eccentric, you know, totally abstract, I guess, fabrics and colors. That she would absolutely love this jacket. So I'm gonna finish it and possibly, you know, send it to her. But so that is what I'm working on. I haven't really, well, so I did sew something else this week. Well, Friday, no, I think it was Saturday. No, it was Friday last week. My daughter, they could wear, like, my kids wear uniforms to school. But it was a free dress day, so they could just wear regular play clothes to school. And she comes and shows me what she's wearing, and it has a big hole in it. And it's just like a stretch knit fabric. And so I come down and I get some pink thread, and I hurry up and stitch it up. And I stitched it up with it on her, because then, you know, you got the right concurve of the thighs and stuff, and it's great. And so I stitched that up for her, and she went to school. And then just the other day, my husband's like, do you think you can fix this bag for me? It's got a hole in it. I'm like, yeah, I can. Now, I have fixed the bag before, but before I had fixed just a zipper that was on the strap. Well, this time it was a zipper that was doing up the bag. And so I took a look at it and realized that the threading had come undone, and like the little binding that they put, like, it's almost like bias, but it's not bias. It's binding that they put along the edge of the bags and stuff that, you know, kind of hide those raw edges. Well, that had come undone, and it was kind of coming apart. So I used my little seam ripper, and I undid just a little bit further and pulled that all in together, and used some pins and pinned it a little bit. And then I used my black thread, because it's a black backpack. And I stitched it right up. And it just took a couple of minutes. And my husband was out in the garage getting things down for work. And he comes back in, and I show him what I have. He's like, you already have it done? I'm like, yeah, it only took a couple minutes. He's like, wow. So, you know, that was good. So I did sew a couple different things this week. Just not a whole lot. You know, make sure the kids are fed, make sure that they do their chores. And just been working on this little sew along for a video, little sneak peek thing there. And I'm not going to show you the actual jacket yet. I'm waiting for Angela to be ready that we can show it. So I might end up using the black snaps, just because I realized after I had posted that I was like, you know what? The tie is black. You know, the tie is black. The the little cord stops are black. So why am I using? Why would I use silver or gold snaps when everything else is black? So I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Alright. Well, I think I have rambled on enough. I'm sure you want to get to watching other Friday Sewers. Go ahead and check them out. Type in hashtag Friday Sews. Check out those other hashtag Friday Sewers. And don't forget about Angela's premiere video tonight at, well, she lists it from 7 to 7:30. My time, it'll be 5 o'clock because I live in Utah, so mountain standard time. So go ahead and check out her video and join in on that premiere. It's almost like a live video where you can chat to her live. Go ahead and check her out tonight. Alright, well, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and talk to you later. Bye. Stay creative.